Hello! So, it's not the third day of the readathon, it's actually the fourth and final day of the readathon. And it's not even morning, it's actually 6 o'clock. I was doing so well. The first 2 days I read everything and I actually ended up finishing Anna and the French Kiss the night of the second day. Spoiler alert, didn't love it. But then the third day came and I procrastinated my way through it. So I didn't do any reading on the third day. I don't think I did anything that third day except Wattpad stories. What? Did someone say Wattpad stories? What? No. But yes, at least so far I have finished a book, Anna and the French Kiss. I'm gonna give you a few of my thoughts, but I'm gonna do a whole discussion video on it because I didn't realize how much of a problematic book that is and how much I hated it this time around. The thing about Anna is that she is one of the most problematic main characters I've read about in a while. She slut shames, she has nothing good to say about other female characters. She goes after a guy that has a girlfriend and then shit talks his girlfriend without even properly meeting her. I feel like his girlfriend never had a chance because in her eyes he was a bad person. She saw her as competition, which was ridiculous, and she saw every single other person as every single other girl that was not in her group of friends that touched or smiled at Etienne was immediately, a slut, or she was way too out there. And with Meredith, who was like the other competitor, she was either described as nice or football big and plain. Like, I don't get this. The entire 300 pages of the book, she was constantly thinking about boys. There is nothing worse for me than a book with a main character that her life revolves around boys. Her and Rashim, I think, had one good scene as friends, and that was 3/4 in when she had kind of fought with Etienne and Meredith and she had no one, and that's when they actually sat down and talked as friends. Up until that point, it was always, oh Etienne this, oh Etienne that, oh tough this, oh tough that, and it became annoying. There were so many themes that could have been explored in this book and none of it was explored because it was all about a lovesick girl that had no concept of what, girl power means or friendships. She was so immature. She was so bad. It was just so bad. And the thing is, it wasn't just her. In the beginning, I kind of liked Etienne, but then I realized he's just as bad. So at the end of it, I was like, God, you both deserve each other. You're just the worst. I wanted to like it. I knew that I watched so many videos about this book and how problematic it is, but I always waved them off and was like, nah, it's one of my favorite books. I'm gonna love it. I'm gonna still love it. But it's as if my eyes were opened. So that was not a great experience. I was so frustrated the entire time, and I kept on reading it because I just wanted to finish it and get it out of the way. While with The Lies of La Clamora, I'm taking my time because it's such a beautifully written book and such a smart book and funny book that I like taking my time with it. And if today goes badly and I don't finish The Lies of La Clamora, which, to be honest with you, I probably won't because this is 500 pages and I'm on page 69. So I don't think it will. But I'm hoping to go through a big chunk of this today because I'm honestly really enjoying it and I'm overdue for a quality book. Because I spent my day yesterday and today reading Wattpad stories. I don't know why I do this to myself, but Wattpad is that guilty pleasure that I don't like to admit that I still go back to. But I still do occasionally. I still have those slip-ups because some of the stories are just addicting. Anyway, I just finished all my university work for the day, so what I'm gonna do now is read and edit because I need to upload a video at some point in my life. And yes, so I will speak to you later.
Look familiar?
Someone tell me, why am I finding young Mark Ruffalo really, really, really appealing right now? Seriously. He's so cute.
Can I help you? Hi.
As like a host, but also as someone participating, it's like I don't feel like I have to be doing things all the time. I feel like I can just read a little bit more than usual, which obviously during the regular event you don't have to do all the challenging things, but there's always that feeling like it actually gets quite organized. Yeah, it's not time, but I can like help for it until 2 weeks ago. It's never like it was months and months of yeah, we were just like wanting to do this.
Hello! So it's a couple of days later. The readathon has been over for a while and I didn't get to finish that vlog, so I'm here to do a kind of reading rush wrap up. Now, I'm not sure how much the wrap up is needed because I did not get as far into the books as I wanted to, and I didn't finish all of the books or half the books I planned to finish. I initially started with The Lies of Locke Lamora, which I am currently halfway through and loving. However, my reading slump got the better of me and I didn't read as much as I wanted to. I kept being distracted by movies or phone calls or music or basically anything other than reading. That being said, I do believe the readathon did what it was supposed to do for me because it got me out of my reading slump. I've been reading more lately and I'm kind of grateful for that because I kind of lost my mojo there for a second. I can't say too much about The Lies of Locke Lamora at the moment, but I can say that it's very, very clever. The scheme that Locke Lamora has currently taken up is really, really elaborate and clever, and the whole clique of the Gentleman Bastards is a very witty and unique bunch. There is definite chemistry between the characters, which I adore. They kind of take care of each other, especially the youngest member, who is Bug. It's not the usual gang you see in other books where, you know, they kind of look at each other both as teammates but also as potential enemies. You can see that there is trust between them, and it's such an interesting world so far, the way that there are these individual gangs and then there is an ultimate gang leader of all of the gangs who has a weird name that I can't remember. But the most interesting part so far is actually Locke Lamora, who is such a mysterious character and can pull off so many different characters in order to accomplish a theft. So I'm having a lot of fun. The writing is elaborate and lush, and I actually had to whip out a dictionary a couple of times because I'm kind of used to the most simplistic language, which is good because I am getting a little bit inspired by the writing that Scott Lynch is doing. Now, I did finish one book during the readathon and I did not enjoy it one bit, and that is Anna and the French Kiss by Stephanie Perkins. Now, I am doing a full-on discussion on that book because I realized I have so many thoughts and so many things to discuss, but the bottom line is I am very, very, very disappointed by it. And it was actually the first book that was an old favorite of mine that I revisited after years, and I figured out that I really don't like it and I don't support what it stands for. I did not appreciate a lot of things about this book, And in short, it was that the main character was bringing down other women. She was a bit too self-centered for my taste. Like, she lived in this bubble that no one else penetrated, and if something did not concern her, then you wouldn't get more than a couple of sentences on it. Like, friendship was not a huge part of this book, even though it appears to be. No friendship was really delved into. Nothing was developed into like a meaningful connection. Cute, the romance could have been, and there were some cute moments. I just can't get behind cheating, and that's what it was. Like, they shied away from it, but that was literally what it was. And it's not even like I would read a book about cheating. I don't mind it. It's the way this was handled. It was pretentious. I didn't like the way female relationships were particularly portrayed in this book, but I will get more into that later on. In conclusion, I gave this book either 1 or 2 stars. I probably will bring my rating down to 1 star, and unfortunately I will not be revisiting this world again. So that was sad. I did not end up reading City of Bones like I thought I would, but now that I'm thinking about it, maybe I should have picked City of Bones instead of Anna and the French Kiss. I think I would have enjoyed that a whole lot more. Basically, the only challenge I managed to check off is the read a book in a place that you'd rather be at the moment. Yay! I thought Anna and the French Kiss would also tick off the put a smile on your face challenge, which it did not, because it definitely brought a frown on my face more than it did a smile. However, I am glad that this readathon brought me back to reading again. I kind of got back my routine of sitting down and reading, and it was really nice, and it was actually pretty fun vlogging and commenting on the camera about what was happening instead of like taking notes. So that was a fun experience, and I can't wait to do it again. So I hope you enjoyed this and the past few vlogs, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!